Think you need a ton of gear to be prepared for anything outdoors? Think again. With just a tarp and one main anchor point onto a tree, you can create shelter for any condition. In this video, I'll show you 5 versatile tarp setups that are perfect for new campers, because with only one main line, they are super simple and fast to pitch.
So get ready to learn 5 easy ways to stay warm and dry no matter what the weather throws at you. A square tarp, a few pegs and a length of cord. That's all you need to build an outdoor shelter that protects you from the weather. Even a rectangular tarp would work.
You need some height for this first pitch, so use a lark's head knot on a stick at the end of your cord, so that you have some weight to throw over your anchor point. Then manoeuvre it with a long stick. This pitch is used by campers all over the world for its simplicity and speed. Attach cord to one tarp corner and tie the other end to a tree as high as you can reach. Peg out the diagonal corner directly upwind with some tension, then peg out the other 2 corners.
You end up with a plough point, simple and effective. You can tie out the middle if it's a bit saggy, or you can make it even steeper to get more air. But it's a great setup for working under. Crafting, making rope, carving spoons. This is the setup for you.
If you wanted a lower and stealthier camp, tie to the middle of one edge like this. Tuck half the tarp underneath and anchor the upwind edge. Peg down the 2 front corners, and once you have the upwind edge fully pegged out, play around with height of the cord.
Once you've pulled the ground sheet out, because you're only using half of the pitch really, it's a 3 metre by 1.5 pitch, so it's very low, very stealthy, and comes with a built-in ground sheet. Got plenty of room for one in here with my kit. Lovely little stealthy pitch. Yeah, so this would be called a half Holden. We're back on the diagonal again for this one. It's vastly underused, but with a little practice, this pitch will really set you apart. From the diagonal, we're going to come in 1/4. We're going to put a small twig or a pebble tucked in behind, and if it's a piece of wood, then make sure all the sharp edges are removed. Put that in underneath. And then we use a lark's head knot. So we take the loop in our rope, just bend it over, and then pull the 2 inside loops out. Slip the pebble through, tighten it up. That's going to be our anchor point. Just going to do a clove hitch with a quick release. So I can just pull this tag end and it'll all come undone. Easy peasy.
Peg out upwind at the middle loop on each side and tuck the loose corner under. Peg out the 2 front edges, 1 anchor point in, and play around with the tie out height to get everything tight. secondary tie out. Uh-oh! Attach another line to the front corner to pull out this flappy bit and form a beak. Whole video coming up on porches and beaks, so subscribe to not miss it. Add an optional pull-out for extra space inside.
I'm going to call it an Adirondack with a beak. That's all I can think of. I don't know. Using that beak principle, there's lots of options on where you can tuck it in. You know, tucking in the bottoms to make a ground sheet, so you can peg it out in different places. You can make it smaller and more compact on a cold night, or you can just have it big and spacious like this on a nice airy night. But it's going to trap in the heat. That's the point. That beak over the front, that's a real game changer for tarp camping. I'll rate this one higher than stewed bananas. Woo! Baby talk. If you're expecting rough weather or just want an easy to pitch tent-like experience, try this one.
Peg out one side across the wind direction and halfway along the side nearest the tree to form a triangle. Tie a cord to the middle of the opposite side and anchor to the tree at just the right height so that all corners come together. Looping the corner anchors over the peg can help you to get this just right first time. Peg down edges and lace the entrance together, or use small pegs for loop-in-loop attachment. You can use a pull-out for a roomier feel.
With more pegs round the edges, you've got a nice little, I'm going to pull out there, you've got a nice little pitch for one. Call this the wedge. A fully enclosed storm shelter. Even got a floor. When it starts raining, just batten down the front. Hey, here I am.
As we have a tree, just as well use it to make a hanger for the rucksack and keep it off the ground. I'm using a marlin spike hitch.
Subtle variations can give you a completely different pitch, like this next one.
Peg out the floor just the same as before, but lower the tie out a few inches so the sidewalls are splayed out. Stake out the two sides, and you can again add a pull out to give more roomy feel inside.
Yeah, with the tie out, you end up with a very spacious area. I'm on some humpy grass and it's puckering everything up, but you've got a built-in ground sheet, lovely little canopy area, and you've got the possibilities of really opening it up and doing all sorts of things with this setup. Let me show you. So it's called a gunya, and yeah, a little more complex than the other pitches. But you soon get the hang of it if you start with the wedge and work out from there. Just make it a bit lower. Easy peasy. But the beauty is, you can open it up like this and take in the views. See, by hiring and lowering different parts, you can do all sorts of wonderful things with this pitch. You can turn it into almost any other type of pitch. You could open it right up and turn it into a lean-to pretty much. Possibilities are endless. I mentioned rectangular pitches earlier in the video, and for the most part a rectangular tarp will work with these pitches. But for even more ideas, check out my 25 ways to pitch a poncho, because they're rectangular and they'll give you loads of ideas.